Welcome to Law and Property with Dr. Prince Joel, your real estate investment coach. On this channel, you will be learning everything you need to know about real estate transaction, investment, due diligence, and management. If these interest you, then subscribe to this channel. Today on Understanding Documentation in Real Estate Transaction, we will be discussing contract of sale agreements. Previously on this channel, we discussed land documentation in Nigeria, and 5 documents were listed, but in no particular order. Today, we will be discussing contract of sale agreement. Before I forget, if you have not watched that video, please do well to watch that video. There's so much to learn in it. Today, we will be discussing about contract of sale agreements. So what is contract of sale agreements? Contract of sale agreement is that document that binds the two parties in a transaction, usually the purchaser and the vendor. You can as well say the buyer and the seller. The document creates legal relationship between the parties, means that the parties can sue in the event of default. That document expresses all the intents, the terms, the condition between the parties in the transaction, means that everything from the A to the Z of the transaction must be in that document. Now that you know what a contract of sale agreement is, the next question is, what should be in a contract of sale agreement? In a contract of sale agreement, you must find, number 1, the description of the parties. The description of the parties is an essential part of a contract of sale agreement. It must have the name of the parties, whether it is an individual name between husband and wife, whether it is a name that is incorporated, means a company name, or whether it's an NGO, an incorporated trustee. The name must be well written. The next one is the address. The address of the parties, whether it is a social number, must be well stated. The third one will be the role that the parties are playing, whether party 1 is the purchaser or whether he is the vendor. The fourth one will be successor in title. Who will be succeeding them in the event of any eventuality? Number 2, it's the description of the property. The description of property is very essential in this document. The property must be well described. The size of the property must be well stated. Example, 10 acres, 20 acres, 500 square meters, 300 square meters must be well stated. The location of the property is very, very essential. You must state the community, the street, the state, the environment must be well stated. The local government that the property situates must be well stated in that document. Number 3, price. Price is also the consideration for a transaction. The price must be well stated. 100 million in word and in figure. Well stated. And if the payment will be done in full, must be stated. If it is going to be done in installments, must also be well stated. Example, 100 million to be paid 3 times, must be stated. The installments 1, installment 2, installment 3. Everything that concerns the price, which is the consideration and how it will be paid, must be captured. Number 4, terms of the agreement. This is where the parties expressly state what binds them in this agreement. The conditions, the warranties, the intentions, all will be expressed in the terms of the agreement. Example, where the parties agrees that upon making payment, they will do XYZ. Upon doing this, they will do XYZ. A will do this, B will do this. A will not do this, B will not do this. Where this is expressly stated, it becomes binding. Finally, you find the signature and the witnesses. After going through all these documents, it is incomplete if these documents are not signed. And so it's important that these documents are signed. If an illiterate is to sign, then he must have what they call the illiterate jurat. If a literate person is to sign, then the person must sign properly. You need a witness. A witness is that person who is witnessing the transaction. The person must sign in the witness column. These two put together makes it a complete document. I have a book that will interest you in your real estate daily transactions. The book is called The Real Estate Investment, The Due Diligence Guide. Are you buying, you're selling, or you want to invest in real estate? This book will sure guide you all through the way. It's a must-have. To get a copy, check the description box below. Until I come your way next time, I remain your favorite real estate investment coach, Dr. Prince Joel.